Hi, my name is Mariah and I'm one of the Senior Account Managers here at Just Media Design. Welcome back to another webinar in partnership with CCIQ, where we've been unpacking the fundamentals of digital marketing so you can ensure your business is digitally ready over the coming months. Today we're going to be going through the process of setting up a Facebook ad campaign using Facebook Ads Manager. In our second webinar, we chatted through some of the different campaign objectives and key metrics you would look at to judge the performance of your campaign. Today, we'll look at the practical side of Facebook ads, walking you through the step-by-step process of building an ad campaign and getting it live in market. Now with Facebook ads, it's very easy to dive into the deep end of campaign details, ad sets, and ads. So in the interest of time, I'm going to be walking through Facebook Ads Manager at a very top line level to give you a broad understanding of the scope and considerations required. If you do want to learn more and educate yourself further to become an ads wizard, there are plenty of online learning courses and tools that you can look at to take you to the next level. So first things first, why Facebook? Well, with 1.9 billion potential reach worldwide and 16 million active monthly users in Australia, or over 60% of the total Australian population as an active Facebook user, the potential reach and audience engagement on this platform is huge. For quite a low ad spend, your ad can reach thousands of people, and not just anyone, but a custom audience that you select to ensure that you're getting your product in front of the right people. Before jumping into the back end of Facebook, it helps to understand how the platform is structured to make sure you're confident in navigating your way around successfully. Now, I'm going to be looking at this from a perspective of a single business. If you're working with a marketing agency or across multiple ad accounts, the back end of Facebook may look slightly different for you, as you'll have access to various ad accounts and pages belonging to different businesses. If you are a singular business, the backend is going to be a lot simpler to navigate, with typically a single ad account and a single business page. For one business, the structure will look along the lines of the following. You'll have your business manager account, which includes your ad account and your Facebook business page. Within the ad account itself, there are 3 separate levels for an ad campaign. And these are the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad level. So let's talk about each of these in a bit more detail. First, you've got the ad account. This is unique to your business and hosts all of the information and content related to your Facebook marketing. This is where you go to set up your campaigns, ad sets, and ads, as well as manage your content library, billing, and more. Next, you've got the campaign level. This is the top line level where you tell Facebook your goal or objective, which might be reach, website traffic, engagement, online leads, etc. It's important to flag that the campaign goal you select here will later on dictate your choices for distribution and creative content you have later on at the ad set and the ad level. Next, you have the ad set level. This is the level where you begin to set out the more specific details of your campaign, such as the scheduled dates you want it to be live in market, your budget, daily or lifetime, the ad placement, so where you want your ad to appear, for example, Facebook feeds, Instagram feeds, or Instagram stories, and finally, your audience targeting criteria, which is where you tell Facebook who you want your ad to be shown to. And finally, we have the ad level of the campaign. So this is where you create the ad itself, what your ad will actually look like. So the creative content, which is image, video, graphic, the copy to accompany your ad or the text that you partner with your creative, and the destination URL or form, if relevant, depending on your campaign type. Before you even think about selecting your content you want to use, or even the audience you're going to be targeting, the first thing you want to do is set up a pixel. So what is a pixel? Well, a pixel is a piece of code you place in the header of your website, blog, or landing page, and this tracks the audience who visits your page or interacts with your business. What this means is that if you want to specifically promote a sale or an offer, instead of targeting a largely unknown new audience, you can start with an audience of people who have already visited your website from a past ad. Chances are these people already know who you are, what you do, or what your product is, meaning they are further down your purchase pathway and have a greater chance of following through all the way to conversion. So why do these people have a greater chance of purchasing? Well, psychological research shows that humans gravitate towards what is most familiar. If you can make your brand or product familiar with an audience and then remarket to them with an offer, discount, or sale, this audience will then have a greater chance of purchase compared to an audience who is not familiar with your product or your brand. Setting up a pixel is relatively easy. You can type pixel into the search bar of your Facebook Ads Manager, click Set Up Pixel, and then follow the prompts. You'll want to choose the option that says manually install pixel. Now it sounds scary, but I promise it isn't. All you have to do is copy and paste this code into the bottom of the header section in the back end of your website. So let's take a look at each step of setting up an ad. First is the campaign level. When you go into Facebook Ads Manager, the first thing you'll see is the campaign level. As mentioned before, the variable you'll be playing with at this level is campaign objective. Facebook gives you a couple of different options, and based on what type of campaign you select, it will use this information to show your ads to people within your target audience who are more likely to perform the action you want, whether that's link clicks, reactions, so likes, comments, shares, or opt-ins. Next is the ad set level. At this level, the key element you'll be defining here is your audience targeting, so who you want to see your ads. Facebook gives you a few different ways that you can target people. For example, you can target by age, gender, location, job title, relationship status, interests, just to name a few. For audience targeting here, you can also look at setting up cold versus warm audiences or remarketing audiences. What is the difference between these? Well, a cold audience consists of people who may have never heard of your brand, product, or service before. So if you're looking to expand your existing customer base and build brand awareness, you might want to look at playing in cold audiences. Alternatively, warm audiences are people who already have an idea of who you are. So these could be existing customers who already follow your Facebook or your Instagram page, engaged with your content previously, or have visited your website, which is where that Facebook pixel is going to come in handy. Your targeting criteria is where you want to be clever, so it's good to think outside of the box. For example, if you are a stationery company selling pens, instead of targeting people who are interested in stationery, because this is likely to be a more competitive search term, you could look at targeting high school students or university students through age-based targeting and education targeting. Something else to be mindful of, the more refined your audience or the smaller your audience, the more expensive it will be to reach them. So try and create an audience that isn't too limited in size. You obviously don't want to be targeting 1 million people. You need a budget of 30 grand to reach each of these individuals at least once, which probably isn't sustainable for a small business. But you also don't want to be targeting around 200 people unless you're pretty sure that this small audience is highly relevant and going to have a good return on investment. Remember, if you're worried that your audience is too large or too small, you can always scale down or scale up depending on your initial results. If you're wanting to get experimental with audiences, I would strongly recommend setting up a new ad set per audience you're looking to test. This way your results are kept separated, meaning no confounding variables, and you can more accurately compare and contrast each audience performance based on the changes you've made. Aside from audiences, the other thing you'll confirm at the ad set level is placement and budget. For placement, we'd strongly recommend Facebook or Instagram feeds. This is typically where you'll have the greatest reach and the greatest conversion rate. If your objective is brand awareness, so you're looking to reach a lot of people cost effectively, our recommendation would be something like Instagram stories. But if you're looking to promote engagement and conversion actions, Facebook feeds are more effective. Again, it comes down to your product or offering, the audience you're targeting, and how you want to engage with them. For your budget, this is where you tell Facebook how much you want to spend daily or across the lifetime of your campaign. Our recommendation is typically to set up a lifetime budget within your scheduled dates. That way, Facebook will only spend the total amount you have allocated towards that ad set and provide you with the opportunity to pause, review, and iterate your campaign as you go. And finally, we have your ad level, which is where you'll design how your ad will look and the action your user will take. Here you upload your ad creative, so photo, video, graphic, whatever it will be, and your copy, so what you want to say about your product or service, including your ad headline and a short link description. Some options that you have at this level is to set up a new ad from scratch or to use an existing post. So if you're wanting to boost something you've already posted organically on Facebook or Instagram and you want to push it out to a wider audience, you could do that here as well. This is also where you'll set up your destination URL if that's relevant. If you're looking to send your audience to a specific website or landing page, you will pop that URL here, and you'll also want to activate your pixel to make sure that Facebook is tracking the activity of who is clicking through to your website or landing page from the ad. So a lot of information to take in and digest there. Off the back of this webinar, I would strongly recommend, if you don't already have a Facebook ad account, go and set one up just to get familiar with the backend and the structure. At first, it's probably going to be a bit daunting, but I promise as you get to know where things are and start building out your own campaigns, you'll realize it's not so scary after all.